sound check. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
How now, brow cow? How now, brow cow?
Your boy Overeem. Yeah, that was a tough one. Bro, the heartbreaker was Frankie Edgar. All right, I think we are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Menace and the Man Show, featuring the Menace
and his friend, the Man.
Yeah.
What's up, I say to you? I heard you on your other interview, Dennis Bermudez, and you were like, yeah, I got a show.
That's what my stepmom calls my dad. She's like, and John Dramondo. Like, she combines all my dad's like brothers' names.
You were like, I got a podcast with my fat friend, and I thought in my head that scene from Goodfellas when he's like, go get your fucking shine box. Like, maybe you ain't heard, you've been away for a long time. I don't shine shoes no more.
Oh, so I was talking to him. So he actually he knows some famous people, whatever. And I was like, yo, throw us a few hockey players that fucking fight a lot. He's like, all right. I was like, we'll hook you up. And I got to do a second episode with him because I ran out of time. I said, next time I come on, let's bring the Man with me.
Okay. Even the hockey players, I like that idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why Facebook is playing games. It's saying waiting for live video. But we'll see if it ever goes up on there. But we're recording it anyway. But, Menace, it's good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. And how is Florida? Florida.
And I'm still alive, so I'm doing all right.
Should you be dead?
I mean, maybe. My cousin passed away recently. People die. Those people in
Sorry to hear that, Buzz.
rest in peace. Today is actually our friend Sergio's birthday as well. So
yep. Rest in peace, Sergio.
And
I think he would have been 35.
And those people in what was it?
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania.
Was it Pennsylvania?
It was Pennsylvania. Not this past Monday, the Monday before. Do you know the premise of the story?
No, give it to me.
Did you see the video?
Yes, everyone saw the video.
Did they? So, I guess the neighbors that got shot were like, they sucked in that neighborhood. Okay. Like, I guess like everybody hated them. But anyways, I guess there was like a snow removal dispute, and it happened earlier in that year. So the second dispute, I guess, ended deadly. So the guy comes out, he's whatever. They're like, yeah, fuck you, you pussy. Fuck you, fuck you. The guy runs like up his driveway, like whatever. Goes inside. I guess he finds a pistol. The dude and his wife are still on the street like, fuck you, pussy, 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 like continuously, you know? So the guy comes back out like, yeah, you fucking gum, you fucking suck, whatever. The guy starts shooting. Bang, bang, bang. The husband and the wife do not even flinch until the husband gets shot in the stomach. But before he's like, put the fucking gun away, and the guy's shooting. Bang, bang, bang. And the dude just doesn't even flinch. I'd like, if a guy came out with a gun, I'd be like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah, they didn't give
I will shovel your driveway for you. Just
leave me alone.
Let's not get the guns out. Yeah.
Yeah, just leave me alone.
So gets shot in the stomach. Then his wife gets shot. She goes down the street. The guy runs away. Like, fuck my wife. Like, he starts running towards the garage, right? Where he's like kind of dying. The guy walks over to the wife, shoots her point blank in the head with a pistol twice, then walks over to the husband, fucking empties the clip on him, right? He's out of bullets, you can see. So he goes inside. The wife's like, oh, God. Like, one neighbor, like, comes out like, what the fuck is going on? Two other teenager boys come out, like, kind of like, they don't know what to do. And then the guy comes back out with an AR. They're like, fuck this. They run away. He walks over to the wife. He's like, you should keep your fucking mouth shut. Boom, boom. Shoots her in the head fucking 2 more times, like execution style. Then goes over to the husband. He's like, yeah, who's the pussy now? Bomb, 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 bomb. And then goes back inside. And apparently he then killed himself like when the police showed up.
Oh, he killed himself.
Yeah. So it's a murder-homicide, they've been called.
Shovel the fucking snow, bro.
So
you never know, your neighbor might be a fucking nutjob.
Yeah, but the thing is, listen, that was the push over the edge. There was something else, like, I don't know, like his wife probably divorced him, he probably fucking can't afford his mortgage, like, it was probably a bunch of other shit that was just like, yeah? Like, and the thing is, too, like, I think that's one of those things when you, like, pick up the pistol and you come out and you fucking fire a few shots and they don't flinch, like, you have to shoot them now.
Oh, so wait.
Like,
I watched the video the first time and it kind of freaked me out because I thought it was, like, fake. Because I was like, those people, like, didn't react to getting shot.
Right. In my head, I was thinking, like, maybe it was a delay in audio.
Are they on crystal meth or something?
Or, like, just like, yeah, okay. Or, like, maybe the guy has done it before.
Or maybe you go into some type of shock when you're immediately shot.
I don't know. It's just wild to me. Like, and the parents, they have, like, a 15-year-old, you know? It's just like.
Who, the one?
But, yeah.
The ones that got killed?
Yeah. Executioner style. But again, Stan, if you come to my house with a gun and it's out, I'm like, whoa! I might be like, yeah, fuck you, put the gun down. Like, and if you start shooting, I'm sprinting. I'm not going to stand my ground. It's not like a bear that, like, might do a fake charge. It's a fucking bullet that doesn't stop.
Well, that's why I usually don't go to the other strip clubs because I don't carry a gun, so.
Which other strip clubs?
The other strip clubs in South Florida. You got to go to the right ones because if you go to one in the hood and you don't carry a gun, there's probably going to be a shooting at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Really?
Some of them, yeah. South Florida's fucking crazy. Similar to New York, but I guess it's just a little bit more out there. I don't know why my camera is picking me up so dark and then so light.
I mean, it's kind of it's adjusting, I guess, but it's good right now, I think.
It looks like I'm pretty dark, but whatever. No one wants to see me anyway. We came here for the Menace. So what's up, Menace? What were you this weekend?
I went shredding. I went to the Poconos. It's shredding. It's my 7th time snowboarding, and my fastest speed was 38 miles per hour. Like, I was doing it. Apparently, Ryan Flair has done 60 miles per hour.
Yes, probably. He almost died one time snowboarding.
Right. Yeah. So, for my 7th time, 2nd season, if you will, I think doing close to 40 is pretty good. Like I said, is this fast? He said, it's not slow, for sure. Like, you know, so.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, I got to get a helmet. That's like a thing. Like, everybody in the mountain has a helmet.
You didn't have a helmet?
No.
Interesting. That's probably fucking crazy.
Well, in my head, right, you're in snow.
Yeah,
Snow's not.
The trees this way aren't covered in snow. That's what you hit.
I'm going to run into a snake or a tree.
I don't think anyone that dies from that lands on that. It just happens. But
yeah, but they're dying. I have like
Sonny Bono.
Internal.
Sonny Bono. He died from head trauma when he hit the tree.
Snowboarding?
Which G Fuel would you go for? Yeah, snowboarding. Cher's husband. You don't know who that is? Sonny Bono? Eminem lyric? I hit the trees hard.
The name is familiar. What are you saying to me? What G Fuel would I drink right now?
Yeah, which one would you drink if you were me?
Are you not going to sleep tonight?
They don't do that to me. I know, like, you say that, people say that, like, oh, an energy drink, I'm not drinking that because I'll never go to sleep. That doesn't really happen to me like that.
Really? I really like the sherbet one's probably one of my favorite.
Which one's the sherbet one? This? The Fazeberry?
Maybe you don't have. No, Faceberry's pretty good. There's a sherbet that's really good. Yeah, that one's really good. That one's good too.
I have the Fazeberry, the Pudai Pie, and the Sour Chug Rub here. These are the ones that are available.
PewDiePie is really good.
These ones are in Wawa in South Florida.
PewDiePie is good.
I mean, you might have to go into Great South Bay and do a little shaking hands, kissing some babies, and get yourself some beers.
Perhaps.
Or maybe they've shipped them to you. Is a possibility.
I mean, I don't really need beer right now. I'm trying to trim down. So
Okay.
I got blood work done to see like where my levels are at. Like
Okay,
testosterone, my HGH, my vitamin D, my B12, like the whole kit and caboodle. And everything's pretty good. My testosterone's actually low.
Is
So
it?
your testosterone levels are from 200 to like 800, I believe. It's a very big range. I don't know why it's so big. Mine's 316, which is on the lower end of that. And then my free testosterone is like 5.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I guess the testosterone that your body actually uses.
That it uses or that it produces?
Yeah, that it uses. Like my testosterone production is normal, but there's some kind of like sex gland, something like elastic thing that covers it. That like
So you're
my
saying
body's not using all the testosterone.
one of the last episodes that we did not do, we were going to have Chris Algieri on. So you're saying we need Chris Algieri. I'd imagine he would have the answers for that and know exactly what you're talking
Well,
about.
Chris Algieri's nutrition, not necessarily. I mean, he knows, I would imagine, but I don't think he's a hormone doctor.
No, but I think he'd be pretty knowledgeable about that topic.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So I got to go for a second test tomorrow to see, but my HGH levels are a little high. Like, did you use HGH during your career? I was like, no. And I was like, they're like, yeah, it's like a little high.
Maybe that's
So
that.
I was like, yeah, no.
Maybe it's your high levels of HGH that always had you thinking your cranium was a little thicker and shit like that.
I don't know.
What about?
I do have kind of a big head. My older brothers told me I always had a big head.
Did you do the bone density thing at when you were in Vegas ever, or did you ever do that
Yeah.
with like Andy Galpin or anyone?
Both.
How were you with
Well,
that?
I did it in Vegas, yeah.
And how were your bones? Dense?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to go up and look at my book. My little chart.
But yeah.
But so this past weekend there were some scraps. I heard my boys like they were texting about the Guida Michael Johnson fight, and I didn't realize that they were fighting each other. I thought they were both just fighting on the card, but my boys were just mixing it up. So they keep going on like, all right, so are those two really fighting each other? I'm like, because Michael Johnson would wash Clay Guida. So then I kind of like look up the card. I'm like, oh shit, those guys are fighting. So then I go to the fights, and Clay Guida's on Michael Johnson's back. The bell rings, end of the third round. So I'm like, fuck, who won? But I can kind of see off of like Michael Johnson's body language and Clay's body language looked like Clay won. But like I also choked Clay up, and he got up and ran around the fucking octagon like he won. So I was like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go off Clay's body language. I'm gonna go off Michael Johnson's body language because
you started celebrating, and then you saw him, and you looked. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
dude, chill. I just won. So can you give me a rundown of what happened in that fight?
It was competitive. Clay Guida surprised Michael Johnson on the feet.
Was just thrown wild or like
He caught him with like a couple of good punches early. Didn't rock him or like drop him or anything, but just he was ready for what Michael Johnson had. And then Michael Johnson just never really got in rhythm. And then close rounds. I'd have to like rewatch the fight to give you a real play-by-play, but
But Clay was getting takedowns.
I was going to say Clay was getting takedowns, wasn't doing much, but then even at times was getting on his back, putting him in positions. At one point, almost had him rear naked choked, like had him like deep, and Michael Johnson was able to fight out, and it's not a good performance for Michael Johnson, and I felt for him because I think Michael Johnson he needed this win. You need every win, but he needed this one.
Like his job's on the line.
Jobs on the line. Like Menace Bermudez.
Man. And the thing is, because I spoke to you kind of, I kind of talked to him in passing, like, a couple texts here and there, just nothing like nonchalant. And he was saying he was going through some like dark times.
Yes. Remember he said he's like,
and some of his tweets were like kind of like, you good, Buzz?
He said something like, I don't have anything positive to talk about. Like, you want to do an interview?
Right.
So yeah, Josh Emmett, Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray was like that quick heel hook, I believe. Oh no, decision majority. Thiago Moises was that quick heel hook or Achilles lock, and then a decision with Clay Guida. The Emmett fight was tough.
That's 4.
That's 4 in a row. The Emmett fight was tough because he was beating Emmett. He was having one of those like really good Michael Johnson nights, and he was beating Emmett. But
at 45.
45. No, 55. No, 45. 45. And then he went back. Then he went back up to lightweight. Hold on. But
send him a tweet or I'll send him a text here and like maybe tomorrow, like, hey Buzz, been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
He is enough of a veteran. They could, and always an action-packed fight. I could see them maybe doing that again, maybe like they did.
Well, here's what happens is. I feel like if you're getting paid too much and you're not giving them what they think they should be getting, they weren't paying me like a crazy amount. They're paying me like a lot to like a human being, I guess, for one fight at the very end of my career. But
all right, I'm gonna get you that.
It wasn't like they're giving me like 800,000. You know what I mean? Like that's like, whoa, this is a lot.
Yeah, if you were getting 800,000, you would cut after 3.
Right. I would imagine he's probably like 70 or something like that, or
let me see.
85, 85.
80, 83.
Okay. Yeah, I doubt he was making.
So he's having that same thing you have, though, where he's leaving half of it on the table for the last 4 fights.
Right. Right.
And not going up in pay, so real stagnant. Yeah, that's. And I like.
He's been at 83 for the last 4 fights.
Yeah. I've smoked some weed with Michael Johnson. I like Michael Johnson. He's a good dude. He's your boy.
Yeah.
Remember
I will.
He came out to fight that time with Jason Jackson.
Yeah. So then the next fight, I'm like, you just look at.
Oh wait,
like I said,
you're saying next fight for them, or you're saying next fight moving on?
No, I'm saying the next fight on the card.
All right. Well, even for them, Clay Guida looked good. It was a good performance by Clay Guida. I would say an off night or whatever Clay Guida did worked against Michael Johnson.
And then my boys are like, bro, Dennis, stomped him. He's still winning. Did Dennis retire too quick? And I was like, did I?
Yeah, he did. But the judges retired.
What? Clay's got like a fishing charter he does?
I don't know. Last time I remember seeing something, he was like he's like Matt Foley living in a van down by the river, and he was like traveling.
That was way back in the day, no?
I think that's who he is. I think he's like an RV gypsy, like Jessica Rose Clark. We got to get him on the show.
I agree. I think he would come on.
Yeah, but then we got to obviously tell him, like, he kind of got lucky with that Michael Johnson fight. We're just saying. Just saying.
I don't know. I mean, he showed up.
Yeah, he showed up. I think Michael Johnson, we've seen it with Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson is talented, capable of beating. He hasn't went over Poirier yet. Right now, Poirier's the guy. Like even Khabib said today, I'm probably getting rid of this title. Dustin Poirier should be champion, right? But that's also like, here you go, Dustin. Patting him on the head while he's sitting next to him. Like, I'll give you the belt now.
Just remember what I did to you.
You can't beat me, but here, you can have it.
Right.
And they're talking, we'll jump around real quick and then we'll get back into that card. They're talking Conor Poirier rematch. And then what was the other one that I said right before?
You said Diaz.
No, I think Nate Diaz said something. But yeah, they were talking about Diaz too.
Yo, listen, I like him. I think he's a great personality. But like Nate Diaz is 2-2 in the last 4 years.
You sound like Colby Covington. Yeah,
he is. Like just because he's got like a huge following, I don't think he should be able to be like, a lot of people just say name. I'll fight that dude, and then jump everybody.
All right, so this is what it said. Nate Diaz eyes Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira as next opponent. Bro, if I am Nate Diaz, I would stay away from Charles Oliveira. I don't think that's a good night.
Well, no. Oliveira is next in line for the title, no? Well, no, fuck.
No, Oliveira could be because of the win streak and good wins, but he's that big win away. Like, I don't think Tony Ferguson, that didn't register with people. Tony was already tainted from Justin Gaethje already took it,
Yo, Poirier's next fight is definitely not Nate Diaz. He does not deserve it.
Like, even there, I think people are now saying Ferguson's done more so than giving Oliveira the credit for being.
Oh, I love Tony Ferguson against Nate Diaz.
That's the fight to make, Tony Ferguson versus.
I love because I think Ferguson is an easier fight than his last fight.
Yes. So Oliveira, Poirier should fight for the title.
Yep. And then
Michael Chandler.
Well, I mean, personally, I like Chandler fighting Poirier just because whatever. But Oliveira definitely deserves it.
I feel like who's the other one in the mix? Poof, but they ain't gonna do that. Chandler versus Conor. They won't do that.
I like. Well, no.
They need to do if
Gaethje,
they're not gonna.
Gaethje,
Yes.
Gaethje versus Chandler.
Oh, Gaethje.
Oliveira Poirier, and then Nate Diaz versus Ferguson. That's how it should go.
I like that. I guess there's a lot of matchups you can make there, but I want to see Conor, Justin Gaethje. I think that would be a really good fight.
Winner of Poirier, Oliveira fights the winner of Chandler, Gaethje.
I think that was supposed to be the fight, and then somewhere that fell out.
Nate versus Ferguson fight the loser. I don't know.
Yeah, Ferguson's low right now. So Ferguson, 2 losses in a row. You're kind of on the fringe of the top 5 at that point. Even if the losses are to 2 and 3. But back to that card. So Michael Johnson, hopefully they give him one more. And what was the next fight that was on your mind?
It was Frankie Edgar versus Sandhagen.
That broke my fucking heart.
I mean, Frankie was looking really good, but like when they first came out, again, like I was saying,
I thought he looked great physically, Frankie.
Yes, because he got to make the weight.
I thought Sandhagen looked like from the jump kind of had his timing and was very tricky. Sandhagen is showing.
I'm talking about when they're doing the name call.
Okay.
Frankie wasn't doing like this, or ain't like Frankie was just like.
Oh, so you're saying he looked flat?
Sandhagen was like, did not take his eyes off.
Bro.
Frankie was doing this pacing back and forth.
So Frankie, for years, comes out to Biggie, bump, 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 bump. That Biggie song. Sandhagen came out to Give Me the Loot. So Sandhagen came out to a Biggie song. That's mental warfare, if you ask me. Yeah. Sandhagen came out to a Biggie song after Frankie Edgar's been coming out to a Biggie song his whole career. sprinted out to the cage, speed walk, then got in there looking at him like a fucking pit bull. Young, hungry pit bull. Frankie Edgar's 39, was probably like, I gotta fucking.
I've been here before. Like, let me just.
Yeah, this kid's ready to go.
And and that kid was watching Frankie Edgar since he was probably in like fucking high school.
I mean, what he's done.
That is 11 years younger than Frankie.
What he's done the last 2 fights, like even the Marlon fight.
More eyes.
And how from going with him many times, how good is fucking Aljamain? That Aljamain was able to, I don't want to say steal, but I'm going to say steal. Not steal like he shouldn't have won that. Was able to just steal that win real quick and be like, nope, not even letting you get into your shit. Jumping on your back and doing what I did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because Sandhagen is probably a nightmare on the feet. Like, remember we talked about that. You were like, oh,
I don't think he's bad on the ground either, but he had this very calm manner when Aljamain had his back, like, I'm fine. And then, like, Aljamain got it. He was like, I'm okay. And then, like, Aljamain gave it, like, no, I cannot lose this.
Yeah. I think
then
he was fine there. He's good there. Aljamain's high level when he's on your back. High level
and they were dry.
High level everywhere, but when he gets on your back.
And they were dry.
So Aljamain went in there and was like, nope, getting you out of here quick, guy. Sorry. Oh, you train at high altitude? You got great cardio? Yeah, we ain't getting into that.
Don't need that.
Even the range, everything. Like, so then I see what Aljamain did to him. So obviously I had watched Sandhagen versus Lineker and seen him. Oh, he's really good. He beat Lineker. Lineker's good. Made a couple guys look bad. Then the Aljamain fight. You're like, oh, all right. He's good, but Aljamain's up here.
Hear me out. I'm playing matchmaker. When does Dillashaw get out?
Bro, he said that. He was like, Dillashaw is not cutting the line. He's like, it's fucked up if Dillashaw even thinks about it.
No. Dillashaw versus Sandhagen. Winner gets the winner of Peter Yan and Aljamain.
I think technically Dillashaw is back right now. It's retroactive from the test. And what did he fail? A post-fight drug test, right?
Right.
Actually,
they used to train together, right? Aljamain said some shit about that.
Yeah. Aljamain said it on here. He said that's
Sandhagen is. That's why Dillashaw bounced.
Dillashaw left Elevation Fight Team. I actually was on a mission today to get in touch with Corey Sandhagen to try to get him on the show, so that's what I'm working on. I was talking to Elevation Fight Team. We got to get in with Gary Vaynerchuk. That's who manages him now. Or Vaynerchuk's team. You know how Vayner Sports, bro, they got a lot of people. I think they manage Weidman now, a bunch of people.
Gary V?
Gary V started a MMA management company.
All right. Who do I got a message?
I don't know.
We'll talk to it after the air.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But Frankie Edgar, like, so even there, Jan, Aljo, winner's going to fight Sandhagen. Sandhagen should just wait that out and be like, Aljo, you got me that one night, but I'm going to fuck you up in the rematch. That's not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that's what he's got to say. You know what I mean? And just
did say it.
Yeah. No, he's being very respectful. He did say he owes Aljamain, I think, a beating or something like that, but he was pretty.
A nap.
Yeah, him and Aljo are very respectful to each other, except they do give that one dig. Like, you sent me that one clip, and you were like, what's he said? You know, what's going on here? And he was like,
I create a monster. You're my son.
Yeah, he's like, I'm your dad, so it is what it is. Right there, if someone says that to me, I'd be like, I'm going to fuck this guy up.
Right.
You know? I'm going to fuck this guy up. So I imagine Corey Sandhagen. The best, too, is like when we joke, now I know his name. Remember at one point we were like, Cody? We don't really know this guy. And now progressively through episodes of Menace and the Man, we can be like, oh, no.
Yeah, so like I said, when you look at his body, you're just like, you're a skinny dweeb. Like, yeah. But then, like, when you look at his face, he's got, like, his eyes are, like, black.
Dead inside. It seems like he's got a dark place he goes to.
Yeah. And then the way he fights.
I want to ask him, like, do you have brothers or have you been in street fights? Because one of those things And if he tells me no to both, I'll be like, then you found it in the gym and you're fucking crazy. You're meant to do this. You're meant to do it either way.
Did your dad hit you?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
what is it? Spousal abuse, parent abuse? What happened in your life? Talk to us, Corey.
Right, we're here for you.
Frankie Edgar, what does he do now? 39.
Dominic Cruz.
Menace is on fire today.
Man.
That's
a Legends fight. They love making the Legends
fight. Who's Dominic Cruz about to fight? Dominic Cruz is about to fight some young buck, I think. I think Casey Kenny.
Yeah, so if he's fighting a young buck,
if he wins, you don't want Frankie Edgar. If he loses, him versus Frankie Edgar.
Right.
Cruz is 35, so he's still got some probably physically.
Yeah, but he's got the knees of a 40-year-old.
That's what I was going to say. In his head, he's still got some years. Physically, I don't know. That's even a theory we're going to get into deeper with. I wonder that about Usman.
So real quick, before we go, we're talking about Legends fights.
Yeah.
So Diego Sanchez versus Cerrone.
I think Cerrone's going to fuck him up.
Who okayed that?
What do you mean?
Who said yep, sure, good fight?
I think at one point when they were friends, training partners, I think at one point they were at odds. I think Diego called out Cowboy years ago when Cowboy left Jackson Wink.
I know that. Oh, because who was he fighting? He was fighting another Jackson Wink guy.
Mike Perry.
And that's when Diego was getting like, hey.
Mike Perry, who had just came to Jackson Wink, Cowboy, who was there forever. You don't know all the story, but the face value, what you hear, what you see, you kind of look at it like Cowboy got did dirty there, but there's two sides to every story. We never.
What weight class is this fight at?
Probably 70.
Does Diego has one win at 170, right?
No, he was like 21-0 at 170.
At 170?
Yeah, he was 170 his whole career, and then.
I'm talking about like 170, like after 2015.
No, he beat what's his name, Mickey Gall.
I know that's the one win I'm talking about.
No, he has another one. He beat. Remember he took the knee. The guy who does the backflip. All right, but it's a win. And no, he beat.
No, it's not.
He beat Craig White at 170. And then, he has other wins in the UFC at 170. Martin Kampman, Paulo Thiago.
Yeah, but those were like when he was like like a crazy man.
Yeah, what happened to him? He regressed in like skills, everything. I'd imagine he's getting fucked up by Cowboy.
Did you see the elbow that fucking Mike Brown hit him with? That's what happened to him.
He beat Matt Brown.
Are you kidding me?
No, never mind.
Matt Brown almost murdered him.
Matt Brown killed him. I'm talking about who just beat Matt Brown, the other old timer.
Carlos Condit.
Yes, that's what I was confused with. But yeah, Matt Brown almost killed him. I forgot about that. And you were like, that's what happened to him. I'm like, no. He beat Matt Brown by decision. What are you talking about? No, he fucking almost died for Matt Brown.
Yeah. Anyways, like, I think that fight is probably going to go exactly like the fight I'm about to talk about. Volkan versus...
It was tough to see. So Frankie ate a fucking huge shot and got knocked out. He looked young at first. Overeem looked old. Overeem looked old from when.
No. Overeem looked like he did not want any part of it.
Yeah.
He would come out.
I mean,
he would kind of like do like a fake jab, and then just step in and block. I'm like, take punches, and then back out. I'm like, because at first I was like, oh, he's an old school kickboxer. Maybe he's gonna, feel a punch and then like give a crazy hook. Nope. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then he threw those like two wild overheads. I'm okay.
40.
There's a little fight here. Yeah, they kind of landed a little bit on his hand. Like, yo, you can feel his power. He threw him really hard. The crowd. And then he, like, backed up to the cage and then, like, went, like, almost gave his back while curling up. I'm like,
his record's probably incomplete, but at least 14 pro kickboxing fights, 67 pro MMA fights. He's been knocked out 18 times.
but, bro, like, you saw it, right?
Yeah, he wanted.
He did not. He was like trying to get out of there. And like usually dudes come out on a shield. Like you know me. Like I'm gonna throw this hammer at you and hope to kill you, and I'll keep throwing them if I feel like I'm losing too. Like whatever.
I hope he probably has money, or I hope he has money. Hope he has money. Hope whatever the fuck it would be. But he's made a lot.
Well, if he's saying like, yo, this is my last run.
Did he say that?
And he was also fighting in Pride, where they were like giving like fucking huge cash payouts.
He makes probably a couple $100,000 minimum a fight just to show up.
Yes.
So I wonder, did he just show up for a payday, or did he show up and just wasn't his night? Didn't feel it.
Well, the thing is like this is his last run at the title. Like that was like that could also be a selling point for the UFC.
We say it all the time with the old guys. Guys getting old. Is this going to be the fight that they just look old? Maybe that's what it was. Once they started moving.
No, he was making his last run. He's done, right? I think he's retired.
I don't know. He didn't retire. He didn't say he was retired. At least I didn't see that. But
I didn't see it either. But like, you saw the marketing behind over his last run at a title.
But now I don't think. We could just talk about Volkov for like 2 seconds. I don't think he's going to be a champion. I think he just beat Overeem. Overeem's old. You know?
I'm going to sit, like, if Overeem fought you the same way he fought Volkov, I think you would have beat him, Stan. He was just like, go ahead, throw a punch. He wasn't countering. He was just balling up.
Fuck me up. What are you talking about?
What?
Up. What are you talking about? Overeem
We got beat up?
Overeem would fuck me up. Bad.
I'm saying if he fought you with the same technique he fought Volkov,
yes, I heard what you said.
Throw punches, he just blocks.
He's huge. I'm fat. I agree. He's huge. I'm fat. So we're in the same weight class. That's like if I showed up and it's like, oh, Matt Mitrione, go with him. You guys are around the same size.
But if you went like this to him and he blocked.
Yes.
You're going to tell me you wouldn't fucking crush him?
I would. But, so end of that card, I was very sad to see Frankie Edgar lose like that.
Yeah.
Heartbreak. Hope I think he was smart with his money. He probably made some good money in the game as well. I think he has
what do you say? He's hanging it up?
I mean, he can. I wouldn't mind. I don't want to see him get knocked out like that again if that's what's going to happen. You know what it is, too? Same with you. He's older. You were at a point in your career where you're a name. You're only going to get hungry fucking up-and-comers or names. You know what I mean?
What chased him out of 145? Aldo and
Max. He got
Max.
He got the title shot with Max.
Hang on. Here's another one for Frankie. Aldo versus Frankie at 135.
I mean, we already seen it at 45.
At 135?
No, we've seen it at 45. I like the Dominic Cruz fight, but Dominic Cruz already matched up.
But 10 pounds difference, things change.
I don't know. Honestly, I'd rather see both of them. Kinda. I don't want to see Aldo. I think it's only going to get bad for Aldo from this point. No.
What was his last fight again?
Wrecked by, I think, the fight with Peter Yan. Destroyed by Peter Yan. I believe so. Has he fought since then? And then what is he going to get next? He's going to get another killer. I mean, they could do Frankie. Oh, no, he beat Marlon Vera. And looked good beating Marlon Vera, Aldo.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So
He's been looking good at 135.
yeah, except for the Jan fight, and he did really well against Marias. All right, and I don't
And
know.
Frankie beat who's the guy we had on the show?
Pedro Munoz.
Pedro. You know what I mean? Like,
Pedro Munoz fights this weekend.
who's he fighting?
Jimmy Rivera.
Oh, right.
So here, before we wrap and do this card this weekend, what could we give people for Valentine's Day? What are you getting your lady for Valentine's Day?
Where is this show live right now?
Nowhere.
On the Mess of the page?
Nowhere. I don't even know if it went live. I got shitty internet here in Florida.
Well, I mean, gents, just listen to your girl. I think when Valentine's Day comes, when Christmas comes, when their birthday comes, they hint shit.
They hint shit?
Yeah, for sure. You just gotta listen. And it may be something like, it may be like, not even necessarily a vacation, but like, yo, what if we went over here? Not necessarily, you know.
What, like take me to this store?
Not take me to the store, but, or that movie looks good, or that looks delicious, or we should go, oh, you see the new place over here on Main Street? Like, they say these things, you know?
It's just what do you take in? Because they also say
that's what I'm saying. Is listen,
they say a lot of dumb shit too. Some of that is dumb shit. That it depends on what you take in.
Right. So, I mean, if I'm being generic, just listen to them. They'll tell you exactly what they want. But me personally, I'm going very vanilla this year. Last year, I got wild. I bought like 100 candles, lit them all in my room. I had rose petals and a heart, and in the middle of the heart was like all the stuff I got for her for Valentine's Day. And she was like, she reminded me too, like, you got...
For the same girl? For Danielle?
Yeah.
Man.
And then she reminded me this year, like, you got a tough...
As the
you got a tough thing to beat.
You are simping hard right there.
What's that?
Like the kids say, you are simping right there.
Simping?
Simping. You haven't heard this? Simping, yes.
Hinting?
Simp.
Simp.
S-I-M-P. Simping.
What's it mean?
I mean, lack of a better. I don't want not in an insulting way, but like being a bitch, being like, "Oh, baby, let me lay my head on you," you know.
A simp.
A simp. Google it.
Can you look it up? Can you Google it right now? I think I need to know.
You can do that. Let's see what it does. Simp.
But yeah, this year she said what she wanted. I got her that.
Are you ready for it? A simp is an internet slang term describing a person who performs excessive sympathy and attention toward another person, sometimes in pursuit of a sexual relationship.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. I was trying to do the sex.
You heard that detail and you're like, that's me. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean, on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah. Always.
Yeah. So last year I got her and I matching underwear.
That's simping, yeah.
Yeah. Matching underwear, and the underwear matched the socks, and then she got a bra. And it's amazing. It's a really undies. They're really soft.
Why don't you go edible? Spice it up, Menace. You want me to mail you guys a Valentine's Day present?
Wow. You gonna send me MGK's vibrator?
MGK, Machine Gun Kelly?
He's got a vibrator coming out for Valentine's Day.
What, like a replica of his penis? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I instantly thought of.
Who would want? Well, I guess women would want that.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, is it like a flesh colored or is it like neon green?
Let's see. I mean,
Oh,
amazingly. If that just put my head, I'm like, man, imagine if we ever made it to that level. What's it called again? What is it? MGK what? What would I Google?
Vibrator.
Let's see what we got.
I think it's a 2.0.
Yeah. 5 hours ago, the Machine Gun Kelly Lil Devil 2.0 vibrator. MGK Valentine's Day upgrade. MGK's merch shop.
Let's see it.
Frank, let's get some Menace in the Man dildos. Start selling them online.
We would have to use Dan. I don't have a huge hammer.
That'd be the best part if it's like a little thing. Like a little thing.
What do they call that? Like a little pocket, like.
Our thing will be like a nesting doll. You know those things?
No.
It'll be a big dick, then you're like, oh, that one's too big. You take that one off. It's a smaller dick, then you take that one off, and our dildo's.
Oh wow!
Our dildo is gonna be 6 in 1, 7 in 1. You're a whore.
Wow.
You're a whore. We got the dildo for you. 7 sizes in 1 right here, and then you just show them, and then they all store in one, and close back in. Fuck! I shouldn't have this episode live. I just came up with $1 million idea. Nesting doll dildo.
Wow.
How the fuck can I like poor man's copyright this right now? By saying it on air, maybe?
I don't know.
Fuck, I gotta contact the lawyer.
Yeah, but does each one have a battery in it?
With the technology that we have now, yeah. How can it not? Batteries are fucking small. How about this?
Are those all the guys behind you that have vibrator? Like vibrators?
How about this? It's like this, and each one that comes off, it'll have a little USB that plugs in. So it's everything. You don't need batteries. What do you mean?
Well, the battery's inside. That's what you're charging, isn't he?
Every one of them at the base where the balls would be. Oh shit! Each one will have like a little area where the balls would be. And right there.
Or you use the same balls for all of them. That's the battery. Yeah, that's the move.
Boom. But then I don't want to get into that. I'll figure it out. Right. I'm working on it. If they got iPhones, bro, we could figure this out. Out.
So it'd be like from me to you and every guy in between.
Yes. Now it's saying to me that my internet connection is unstable. Wait, what'd you say? From every guy?
Well, no, the dildo will start at me and then go all the way up to you and every guy in between.
Oh my God. And then that would be like the commercial. You know? Yeah. Like, we got every size for you ladies, and then just have a few guys there and be like, pick one. You won't, and then it'll be all of us saying that at the same time. Don't wait to get yours today, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Oh, I have little kids screaming out here. Little cousins.
Yeah, what's going on with it?
I don't know. Crybaby bullshit. I don't deal with little kids crying, you know that. I'm gonna text them to shut this kid up.
Well, I mean, we could probably wrap it up. What else we got?
We have to talk about this weekend's card.
Oh, okay.
Screaming crime. So, UFC 258. What do we got?
Oh, shit! Usman versus Burns.
Yeah, big card. What do you mean?
Right. My bad.
We got Kelleher on here.
Are they on this card too?
Bro, this is actually a pretty big card.
All right, hit me.
We have, we'll go through all of them, or at least the ones we care about. We have Jillian Robertson versus Miranda Maverick. Obviously, we're going
Jillian. I gotta go with Jillian. Yep. She's been pretty active, right?
All she does is fight.
Hmm.
All she does is fight. Man, I really wish
Next.
Shut this kid up. Gabe Green versus Philip Rowe.
I don't know. What do you got?
I don't know either one. We got 9-3 versus 7-2. All right.
Oof.
fucking. I mean, do I start yelling at a little kid on air and seem like a dick to all of our audience? So I got to avoid that. But Ricky
Can you shut the
Simon,
door?
Ricky Simon versus Brian Kelleher.
This is a test for Boom Brian, I think. He's beaten better people. I gotta go with Boom Brian.
Oh, Ricky Simon's a tough opponent, bro.
I know he is. But I didn't know who Ricky Simon was until he fought Uriah Faber. You know? So.
And he did not win that fight.
Right.
Man, that's why I don't have kids.
Yo, but Boom Brian has beaten better people.
Yes. But I think people, for lack of a better way to put it, kind of sleep on Boom. And then Boom's like, no.
And then he put the guillotine on, they sleep on that, and then he wins.
Yeah, because then even Boom's record, I think he was 7-7 at one point. Or something like that. So he has, like, you know, now he's fucking, what is he? Now he's 22-11. So 15-4. Yeah. And Ricky Simon's 17-3. I'm gonna go with Boom because he's been on the show.
Yeah.
Polyana Viana versus Mallory Martin.
It's a tough one to call.
I'm gonna go Polyana Viana. She has a cooler name.
Who's better looking to you, Stan?
Viana.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me see Mallory Martin. Let's see. They're not even giving me Mallory Martin. No, Mallory Martin's not bad looking either. This is a tough one, actually. I think I'm going Polyana Viana.
I'm going to go Mallory to make it fun.
I don't know about fun, but I'm going Viana.
All right, next.
Our boy Bilal Muhammad, your fellow Chin-Jitsu white belt, versus Diego Lima.
Lima came over to UFC?
No, there's the other one. There's the brother. The one who I think
yeah, but he was over in Bellator at one point, no?
And his brother's at Bellator. I think he was out of UFC, yeah, and he won his way back. I don't think he was in. Was he in Bellator? I don't know. I think he was in whatchamacallit, like Titan.
I'm going Bilal though.
Yeah, Bilal all day.
Yeah.
I would never pick against Bilal.
I mean, I was on fire.
Unless he was fighting Dennis Bermuda.
Alright.
And then I jump in. And Bilal would have to beat up both of us. Because Menace is retired and I would have broken me.
Yeah.
Rodolfo Vera versus Anthony Hernandez. You know who Rodolfo Vera is?
Say the first guy's name again? Yeah.
Rodolfo Vera.
He's got like a 3/4. Does he have a 3/4 tattoo?
He's the badass jiu-jitsu world champion.
Yeah, I'm there with him.
Yeah, I'm going with him too. Anthony Hernandez could pull off the upset maybe, but I don't know. That's a tough matchup. I think.
Anthony Hernandez
is tough. Is very.
He's
tough.
a Puerto Rican cat, right?
I think Hernandez might be Puerto Rican. Yes. Could be.
He slept some other dude not too long ago that he wasn't supposed to kind of win against.
Yes, I forget who. Let me get it up. Let's see.
I like that kid. He's young. I'm gonna go with him.
I think Vieira. Vieira is good on the feet and good on the ground, and really good on the ground. I think Vieira's gonna.
No, I'm going Puerto Rican power.
And no, he lost to Kevin Holland. He got knocked out by Kevin Holland quick, and he beat Junior.
Yeah, but he fought someone before that.
No, we're mistaken. He fought on the Contender Series. Originally, it was a win for him. It got overturned after he tested positive for weed. Then he lost to Marcus Perez, beat Jun Young Park, and then he lost to Kevin Holland.
All right, going back to the Brazilian guy. Saying the wrong guy.
Rodolfo Vieira. I got Rodolfo Vieira a submission in the second round.
Wow.
Jim
you got
Miller.
a bet on it?
Jim Miller versus Bobby Green.
Bobby's been active as fuck.
Bobby has been active as fuck, but didn't he? Who beat him? I know someone did the grind out thing to him his last fight. Let me find it.
To Bobby?
Yes. I forget who his last fight was against. Let me see. Thiago Moises. Oh no! Yeah, he got robbed his last fight. I forgot about that. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
It was close, but he lost it 2-1. I thought he won it 2-1. But yeah.
So who is it again? It's Bobby Green versus
Jim Miller.
We've had Bobby Green on the show. Bobby Green.
Yeah. All day.
And Jim Miller is he's in that graduating class, if you will. Like he's past his prime.
I mean, Bobby Green's kind of in that class too. Not past his prime, but he's in that class. Bobby Green, at that point when Jim Miller was heyday, if you will, Bobby Green was a young cat in Strikeforce, or had just made it to the UFC, and was good. So that is a tough one to pick there. I'm going to go Bobby Green, but it could be a tough matchup. Jim Miller could definitely put on a Clay Guida type performance and grind him out. So now the main card, Julian Marquez versus Maki Tolo.
I'm going to go with Julian Marquez. Yes. He's got less losses.
I'm going Julian Marquez as well. He actually hosts a podcast with Kendra Lust, the porn star.
Really?
Yes. And I reached out to her. She said she would possibly come on. So I wanted to do it before the fight, but then this fight got postponed because of COVID.
So him and her do a podcast together?
Yep. So I want to try to get, hopefully he wins.
Does he date her?
No. She's married to some guy. But I want to get both of them on. I want to get her on and be like, hey, porn star, Dick, ask her dumb questions, and then get him on and be like, how'd you guys talk about his fighting and shit? And be like, how'd you guys come about your podcast? And blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a future episode in the works. But yes, Julian Marquez, probably by TKO. But the dude Malky Patolo is good. Next up, Andre Ewell versus Chris Gutierrez. I doubt you know.
I'm going to go with Gutierrez.
I'm going to go Andre Ewell. Why are you going Gutierrez?
Just looking at the record, he's got fewer losses, but around the same amount of fights. How long has he been in the UFC for?
Couple fights.
He's younger as well.
Yeah. All right, I'm still going Andre Ewell. I think Andre Ewell is pretty good. Ian Heinisch, Kelvin Gastelum.
This is a tough one, man. I'm just trying to think of.
I think Gastelum got something to prove in this fight. I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
He's got 3 in a row. Gastelum. Oh wow, Gastelum.
Yeah.
I think they give him. He probably has a high payday, so they might cut him. Fuck.
No, I think he's got a big Mexican and Brazil. He speaks 3 languages. He's got,
and he's losing the Adesanya title fight, Darren Till split decision, and then Jack Hermanson quick heel. But he needs to win this one.
And Ian Heinisch is not an easy fight. That dude's fucking strong, hits hard, athletic.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Odds?
The only thing in Kelvin's that's good for him is he's younger.
Kelvin's got some hands, bro.
Yes, he does. I'm gonna go with Kelvin. I know Kelvin personally. I like Kelvin.
Kelvin has that.
I'm going with Kelvin.
Kelvin has that deft touch. Like when he touches you, it's like you stuck your hand in the socket and you just offer it. I'm gonna go Kelvin. Kelvin's a
because at a young age he was fighting at a very high level, where I don't think the pressure of losing his job is going to outweigh, being at a young age and fighting these top guys. But also at a young age, you're just dumb and just ready to rock and roll. You're like, what? Okay.
What is he now? He's still young, bro. 29.
29.
That's crazy. I feel like he's been around forever.
Yeah.
So for some reason, it's just what they're doing. The co-main event, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. I saw a lot of people roasting this card, saying how bad it was. I think it's a good card.
Well, she lost her last fight, right?
Macy?
She was starting to look like a title contender, and then she got stopped. I was like, oh. She got stopped by that mom, right?
What'd you say? I was distracted reading the text message.
We're doing a show right now. Anyways, Macy Barber was looking like a title contender. And then she got stopped by that mom, right?
No, by fucking the dorky video game shit.
That's right.
Who does like that shit? Like Star Trek and shit? Roxanne Modafferi? Yeah, that's her last fight. Remember, she fucked her knee up in it. She like blew her knee out, and I'm pretty sure that's why she hasn't fought since 2020. But Alexa Grasso, I think, needs this win too. Alexa Grasso, no, she won the last fight. And she wins one, loses one, wins one, loses one, so.
Yeah. She's like a big, Mexican draw. She's, a little cutie. And she also throws hands like a motherfucker. She gets out there and like legit like boxes.
So now, Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns.
Who do we have for that fight though?
I'm gonna pick Macy Barber. I'm gonna root for Alexa Grasso. She's better looking. So
I'm gonna go Macy because when she gets on top, dude, she just starts hammering elbows. But I know Grasso is a pretty good jiu-jitsu player.
Working on it, getting better too. That was her problem, was her ground game. Now it's like becoming one of her better attributes.
Yeah.
But all right, Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman. It is a tough one for you, I would think. Very tough. What are you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Say words. You know what was funny though too there?
I really don't know. I don't. I mean, Kamaru's so good with his range. You know what I mean? He's so good at keeping you at distance. I think Gilbert has. Hang on, I know Usman hits hard, but I think Gilbert has like sleeping power, more sleeping power, if you will. He's just because he slept more people. Yeah. Like Gilbert has more finishes too. Yes. Like more submissions. He can end the fight. All right, I'm gonna go this way. If the fight is stopped, it's because Gilbert won. Decision, Usman.
And Usman how? With like the Masvidal victory, like a fence, control, grinding. I don't think so. When he takes down Masvidal or takes down other guys, it's not. Even if he took down Damian Maia, it's not Gilbert Burns. Damian Maia is not.
I think he fights in the same way he fought Maia.
But that's what I'm saying. Gilbert is not Maia. Maia's not off his back. Maia always goes to like Z-guard or knee shield and tries to get up. Every time you take him down, he tries to get up or sweep immediately. Gilbert plays those fucking games. Like you take Gilbert down.
Yeah, but you cannot win a fight being on your back. You have to, from your back, you have to get a submission.
But that's what I'm saying. Gilbert goes for submissions off his back. Gilbert scrambles.
Yeah, but he has to get it.
Can he?
Otherwise, he loses.
Can he?
I mean, we're gonna find out in like 4
Who has
days.
better cardio?
Who has better what? You say cardio?
Why, you couldn't hear me?
You like
No, I said it pretty clear. Cardio.
cardio? I think Usman, the wrestler in him.
Okay.
Like, because when I went down there was, we're doing sprints, and then I don't know what happened, but like Greg Jones, like, Bermudez, like 5-1. I was like, all right. So I just started banging him out, and Usman was like, who the fuck this motherfucker thinks he is? Come to my gym and outwork it. And so he did him too.
Yes. Usman's long overdue for coming back on the podcast, but he talked about that.
And but he's been dodging us. So I mean, and in terms of how many times they've been on this show, like as a show, it's like Menace Man's got Gilbert Burns. He's made way more appearances on here.
I didn't want to put it on him, but I'm pretty sure if I would have threw Gilbert the link and been like, Gilbert, hop on for 5 minutes, he probably would have. Without any hesitation. Like, he doesn't care. There's a fucking door, guy. Like, doesn't care. Like I'm saying, like, Gilbert loves us. Gilbert will make time.
Yeah.
Will make time.
Yeah.
Every time I've asked him anything, he always tells me anything for you guys.
Yeah.
Anything for you guys. So.
And then you see Henry Hoof's post about like he made like a highlight reel like with both the guys in it, and just like I won't even be watching, but I'm rooting for both guys. I know the better guy is gonna win, but like much respect to both guys.
Yeah.
Totally out of it.
Yeah, and we talked about that when we had Gilbert on. Like,
you
feel like that?
And Gilbert didn't even know. So like,
and you said though that
in the last 2 weeks,
you feel like that could be a disadvantage. You said.
Well, I when I first started saying it, I was like, I think I can go Mike Perry. Like, whatever I put in my head, I'm just gonna go out and do it. But then there are some times when you're in these high stressful fights where like you need like a little extra, like either the look or like do this or like a little bit of guidance that could change the fight.
I mean,
but there's also like a comfort thing too.
We'll find out maybe one day, but I wonder if there's even going to be like probably a phone conversation or something with Henry before the fight, or nothing. You think like Henry's just going, nope, not even watching it.
Yeah, I think he doesn't watch it.
I could have and should have just went to Sanford tonight, but I didn't have time to get there.
Whatever.
Maybe next week once Gilbert's.
Why are you gonna go to Sanford to watch the fights?
I could. Yeah, they watch the fights there.
Yeah.
Even that, like I'm not saying anything bad about Usman, but even Henry's been very welcoming to me anytime I've gone in there.
Well, Henry, like I said, they're both his guys.
I'm saying towards me and Menace and the Man. Where he always goes, where's your little friend? Where's your little friend Dennis?
Working man now.
But
I'll get some shade to come down.
Gilbert Burns versus Kamaru Usman. I see it going Gilbert's way. I could see what you said, Usman grinding him out, but I'm just factoring other things. I think they're both up there, not old, but they're both up there in age, if you will. They're both not spring chickens. Gilbert is 34. I think Usman's 34 as well. Usman's 33.
Yeah.
But Usman is an old 33. I know the knees.
Yeah.
I think he has shoulder issues too. Like, that's something I thought about too. Like, do they know this? I'm sure they all do. I doubt Gilbert's going to be like, oh, I know he has bad knees, so I'm not going to do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he's trying to give me brain damage. I'm going to break his fucking leg if I have to, And then
it's definitely an exciting fight.
Did you see the video that UFC posted of them moving around in like 2019?
Yeah. Was that Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Or was that
I can see that being how the fight is. Usman's a little more tactical, a little more rangy.
Yeah.
Gilbert does that little hop step where he kind of makes it like he's about to throw like a cheap kick or a knee, and then he just goes, "Okay, I'm close enough," and just starts winging. Right?
Yeah.
I know you said you sparred Gilbert. I'm sure that's what it was like.
Yeah.
Every time he gets close enough to you, he just goes, "Okay, I'm here," and just starts winging. So maybe that's where
Usman, from when I worked with them way back in the day, Usman was more accurate, but Gilbert threw a lot harder. Like, with, or more bad intentions on it, even though we're just training, But
like that's what I'm saying. I think, and even Usman is going to pick his shots more.
Who is the favorite?
Like
Tomorrow, no?
What I'm saying,
what are the odds of this fight?
when Gilbert rushes him, is Usman going to step back and throw that 1-2, that straight 2?
Yeah.
Or is he going to just cover up and Gilbert's going to fucking, in those training videos, that's the vibe I was kind of getting. That when Gilbert rushes Usman goes, "Oh shit, he's here, and I got to just retreat. It didn't look like he was going, plant my feet, move my head.
That also might have been like a warming up round.
Yes. So wait, what do you want me to just look up odds?
Yes. What are the odds? Like,
is the favorite.
I want the odds of that fight, the co-main, and the co-main event, because those are 3 hard ones to call.
So it's a tough fight to call. I'm rooting for. I am gonna root for Gilbert because he's been on the show so many times, and I've met him, and I've never met Kamaru yet, and he's ducking and dodging my boy. Let's see what we got. So this is the first site I clicked on. Of course, wants to go stupid and not just give me the. But, they got Usman as a pretty sizable favorite, almost 2-1, 3-1. So this one website I'm going off of, they got Usman at -280, Gilbert at +240. Alexa Grasso is the favorite at -140 versus Macy Barber at +120. And what was the other fight you said? Kelvin
and Ian.
Kelvin is -230. Ian Heinisch is +190. Bobby Green's a favorite. Kelleher's Bobby Green's a -260 favorite. The biggest favorite on the card is Bilal and Rodolfo Vieira.
Really?
And both of them are at -400. But Gilbert Burns, Usman. +240 for Gilbert, -280 for Usman. I'd imagine other sites have the odds differently, but Usman is a somewhat sizable favorite. Man,
Wild.
I think I'm liking Gilbert for the upset.
Wild. These are wild times.
So are you now going to make a pick on this fight? I get it. Completely.
I don't know. I think it's, like I said, for the show, Gilbert Burns. If you're a betting man and you want your money to be like safer, I think Kamaru is a pretty safe fighter.
So you have earlier in your career talk about switching coaches, and then we'll wrap this up. So Usman right now is with a new team, new camp. The other team that you're fighting knows you very well. I don't know if every other coach or every other training partner is taking the same stance on it that Henry's taking. I'm sure there's people that are like, yo, when I used to go with Usman, he couldn't stop this. Or this is what used to work on Usman when I went with him. Or there's probably people even in the gym like, Usman, this is what he's doing. This is what he's looking like, you know? I'm not saying that's what happens. I'd imagine there's people that have that stance. You know what I mean? Even if they're not calling them, they're saying like, all right, this is what I see Gilbert doing. I'm rooting for Usman. This is what blah, blah, blah. But I feel like almost the deck, in this situation, the deck's almost stacked a little bit in favor of Gilbert and against Usman. Like you're fighting... So Usman's coaches right now, or Usman.
Right. It's almost like Gilbert's the home guy.
Yes. Like Usman can be like, I know these coaches, I know this guy, but Usman's coach has to go, all right, I'm going to study it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gilbert's coaches are like, all right, we built this guy. He was a wrestler when he got here.
Right.
Henry doesn't want to get involved. This is what I know. You know, I'd imagine even if they're friends with Kamaru, they're not going, hey, Gilbert, we're going to corner you, and we don't care if you lose. You know, they want him to win.
Yeah, but like I said, I think there's at the end of the day, I think it's
They want the belt to come back to Sanford, not to go to Colorado.
And I think if Usman wins, he comes back to Sanford.
That'd be pretty crazy. I think it's done. I think not the bridges burn. I think he'll come back to train. I don't know if he'd come back like that.
I don't know.
We'll see. But did we miss anything? Just some more advice for Valentine's Day. Just get out there and sling some dick. If you don't have a lady, go online right now. Oh my God! Now we're gonna do that too. The Menace and the Man Pocket Pussy, and we're gonna do that too. The same thing as a nesting doll. Where
what's gonna be your bumhole?
How could we do it? Almost like it's the nesting doll, where it's like when it's together, it's a fat chick. And then as you start peeling layers off, you get like, all right, she's skinny now. All right. I got to brainstorm that one. But
okay.
The dildos are coming out soon. That's a fucking genius idea, I think. I'll pitch it to a few people. But it was good seeing you, Menace.
Likewise, Dan.
We got to do this again sometime.
Well, see you later.